So, a lot of people have been asking me lately, what, how can I get some videos? How can I get some movies, some TV shows, some music online? So, basically, I'm gonna teach the easiest way to do this. Now, before I go into details and everything, you have to know that what I'm about to explain can be illegal and non-illegal. Um, Here in Canada, the laws propose that if you're actually making money out of what you download and you don't have copyright of it, you will be jailed and you can actually have a big fine for this. You also have to understand that if you do like the program or the application or the movie or the actual songs that you download, you might want to go to a show, or you might want to buy a CD, or you actually want to invest probably back a little bit into what you like. Now, the application that I'm about to explain here is called uTorrent. Now, BitTorrent has been created in 2001 by Bram Cohen. He was from the University of Buffalo, and what you have to understand is that this guy, what he wanted to create was not illegal. Basically, back then when I started using torrents, it was used for mass files, for big files. And what happens back then is that you had little applications like Get Right, but sometimes the servers wouldn't accept Get Right, and if the download failed, unfortunately, you had to restart the entire download. So if you had a huge download way back then, and you had a slow connection, it was pretty frustrating, right? So BitTorrent, by 2004, was considered 35% of the entire internet bandwidth. Now, bandwidth is the traffic that's going in and out on the internet. By 2009, it was considered from 45% to 70%. Now, that being said, here in Canada, if you actually just download the file and you use it for your own use, and you want to watch movies, you want to watch a TV show, or you want to play a game, it's not considered really illegal because we have rights. That would be spying on the network that you're on, and unfortunately that's illegal here in Canada. Unfortunately, it's not the same in the United States, but here in Canada, if you're not actually making money, so you download the stuff and then you start selling it back, if you get busted for that, unfortunately it is illegal. Now, that being said, BitTorrent is actually a very great tool to go online and search for anything, and I mean anything. You can find movies, you can find ebooks, you can find audiobooks, you can find research, you can find ISOs for Linux. You have everything. Now, that being said, when you're doing your research, what I will explain is how it actually works. So basically, you have, let's say, 150 people in the world that have that same file, and they're sharing it on the network. That network of torrents, so basically peers, okay, so it's a peer-to-peer, you're just grabbing all the pieces of the file into chunks. You'll be able to accelerize, first of all, your connection to your maximum bandwidth. So that speed of what you are actually buying from your internet service provider will be maximized if a lot of people have it. If there's not a lot of people that have it, unfortunately, it's going to be slow and it's going to take a lot of time. So it is important to understand that how it works is, let's say that I'm alone and I have a 3 megabyte connection, so 3000 kilobits per second, and I know that 1,000 people have that same movie that I want to download. Most likely it's going to be at 3000 kilobytes per second that I'm going to download it, so it's going to be extremely fast. If there's only 10 people that have that file and they don't have fast connection, unfortunately it's going to be slow, and that was BitTorrent. What the main course of BitTorrent was used for that. Back then we had all slow connections, but some people had fast ones, some people had slow ones. But if you were fortunate enough to have a fast connection, you were basically getting all these chunks of files at your fastest speed, and you could get the file faster. Now, since I have actually shown you and explained how torrents work, I'm actually going to go back home. I'm going to jump on my computer and I'm going to show you how you can actually do this.
Alright, so here I am on the computer, and people wanted to know what is torrents, and continuing my little presentation here. So first of all, we're going to need some tools, and before we start, I'd just like to present you my Facebook page. My Facebook page being here. You can come and see me, ask me any questions. It'll be my pleasure to actually help you out. I also have the site of my company, which is eternalllc.com. So that's 3 L's. And basically, I specialize in network security. I do what a hacker would do, but I'm actually being paid for it. So if you want to go see my services, you have everything there. My mission, my statements, you know, the services that I use. And I actually have a partner called Ozar, which is a very dear friend to me. He is very good also at learning, and anything in side of networking and FreeBSD, I would extremely recommend him to you. So here is basically everything. You know, we have a lot of information for you to go through if you are actually interested in getting secured. But you know, if you ever have any questions in those terms, come and see me. It'll be a pleasure. Alright, so starting off with what we need. First of all, for movies and TV shows, we're going to need a special file. But first of all, most of the files will be what we call compressed. And a compression file is basically taking, let's say, 10 files and putting them in one. So you will need a file or an application to decompress them. And the one that we're going to use, if you want to go to sourceforge.net, we're going to use what we call 7-zip. You just type in 7-zip, and then you would download this one here at the very first. Also download. Oh, oops, we can't find the file. Oops, something broke. Okay, so let's go and say 7-zip on the internet. So let's go to google.ca and 7-zip. This would be the file. So if you have a 64-bit, you would use this one, or if you have a 32-bit, use that one. Just download and install, and I actually have this here, so I don't need it for now. Another file that we will need is called VLC. So what is VLC? VLC is basically a player for music, for videos, and it has everything really that you need. Has all the codecs and all the stuff that, you know, sometimes you download a movie and you hear all these scratchy noise and everything. This will take care of it. So Videolan is right here, so make sure that it's videolan.org, and you want to download this, and you would just click on you know, download. I'll go through the installation with you. It says it's Windows 32, but if you have a 64-bit, I believe that it is ported. If not, just download the 32, it'll work anyways. So we're gonna wait here. I'm not too sure why this is jammed here. There we go. So, you know, you just want to execute, and here it is. It says it's already installed, so I'll just go through the installation. You know, just click next, next, and everything, and you know, what I'll do is I'll uninstall and reinstall it. So you see, this is the installation, or the uninstall. So I'll uninstall it completely and reinstall the new version, see, because I have the 2.05. So, alright, so we have the install. Sorry that it's in French. I am a French guy, so you would click on next. This would be again next. Now, you would want to get all of these mostly. Why? Because, well, all the plugins here for your browser and all the good stuff is there, and it actually does the 3D videos if you have a 3D screen. So just install, let it go. Like I said, this is probably your best software, and it is free to watch movies and videos that you download. So while we're doing this, we're going to download another file, which is called uTorrent. So once again, google.ca uTorrent, and that is U, but it is actually a character. So it's a very tiny BitTorrent client that we download. And this is again free. There's nothing bad in downloading this. So I'm going to go through the install for this, and I'll explain why. There's actually some malware into this, and if you don't watch what you're doing, you might get tricked out. So just download the free version here, and then you download it. Alright. So it says that I already have it, so I'll execute it, see what it tells me. Okay, it's not there. So I'll say that in English here, since I actually have the choice. So, waiting for it to start. And this would be VLC, which we're going to use in a bit. So we're going to click on next. See, it says that beware of scams. Yeah. So make sure that you'd actually download it from utorrent.com. And yeah, you do agree. And this is where it gets funny. This you would want to keep it up like this. No, you don't want this. So unclick this. You do not want this either, so decline the offer. And you don't want this either, so decline it and click on finish. And this one come up, but this I have to for my computer. Yep, I authorize this. So this is the application that we will use to actually download files. Alright, so let's get getting. Now I have a lot of movies here. And if people think that I'm doing some copyright infringement, I do have these movies, or I do own, you know, what I'm about to download. So this is the actual site that I use to download torrents. Now, a lot of people will say, well, you're downloading for the Pirate Bay, and yeah, I'm gonna tell you, and I'll be straight up honest. I've downloaded from the Pirate Bay from my IP. I've never gotten busted for anything because, like I said, in Canada, what happens is you have these laws where you have your rights of keeping your privacy for yourself. You know, it's not like the United States where they can actually go and spy your emails. And over here in Canada, we don't have these laws. Except if you're really being stupid and, like I said, you're going to go sell the stuff that you download. Well, that, unfortunately, I'm not responsible of your actions. But a video that I do own here would be American Gangster. So you click on video and click American Gangster. I'm going to wait for it to come back. Now we see that we have a lot of American Gangsters, right? But remember what I've said earlier. If a lot of people have the exact same American Gangster, I'm going to download the movie extremely fast. So what I want to do is I want to go click that little button here. And you see these are the seeders of the actual file. So clicking on this, you will have the highest numbers of people that actually have that file. Meaning that I will download it way faster if I download it from this person or these people than these people, because here we only have 4 people that actually own it. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start the movie. So what I want to do here is download this torrent using a magnet. Since uTorrent recognizes this, we can already click on it, and voila, you see uTorrent just appeared right like this. If you want and you're using Firefox, you can remember it and just click OK. And remember where you're actually saving your file. So this here will be important to remember, because if you don't remember this, well, you'll be asking yourself questions about where did I put my file. So I'm just gonna click OK, and you're gonna see the actual speed that we're gonna download this. Now I have a pretty fast connection at home, but give it a 2 minutes. It's going to check all the seeds where the files are located and everything, and the speed will go up and up and up and up, and it'll never go down unless the big person who has a big connection pushing this file is actually going to disconnect. But I'm guessing here we should get a good 2 megs a second after a good 2 minutes. So what you can also do to speed up the file is you want to put it to high. So putting your file in high mode in the bandwidth allocation will say, okay, well, I don't really mind if my internet gets slowed down. I want more speed so I can get my file faster. So that being said, you see this is 53 minutes, but the more I'm gonna go, look at the speed of this. It's gonna go faster and faster and faster. And it's still updating the nodes, which is the pool of people that actually have the same file. And see, now it's up at 20 minutes. I can go over some other files like audio. Audio stuff we can put, let's put a good someone that I like, so a Young Buck, let's say. I have most of his CDs already, so it's the same thing here. I don't want to download this because it's pretty slow, so I always want to click on how many seeders I have. So you see this is 39 megs, or oh, okay, this is 102 megs, and there's 27 people that are giving the file, and there's 2 people that are leeching. So that means there's 2 people that are doing the same thing as me. So I'm taking the file. So they're leeching. Here we go. We're gonna open this, and we're going to click download. So for 100 megs, the connection that I have, it should be pretty fast. It says 8 weeks, but that hasn't been recalculated yet. So 9 minutes. I just hope that I get some files where I have to actually unzip things so I can actually show you. Let's go see here. Okay, so let's say that I don't have any of those files that I can actually unzip. Let's go see in Buck the World. So a way to actually remember where you're actually stuffing your stuff would be on clicking on the file, right click, and opening the containing folder will give you all the files that you want. See, like I have all the songs here. Now, in the downloads, American Gangster. Is this one zipped? No, it's not. Okay, so basically this would be one. Now, I have WinRAR installed, but you can right click on the file and you would have this 7-zip thing. Now the zip, like I said, if I open up the file, you'll have something like this, and you'll have all the files here. So basically what you just want to click is click extract, and it's going to extract in a file in the same place. So if I extract this, it's going to extract, enable USB write into downloads. But what I would recommend, if you're actually unzipping a file that has 200 files into them, I would actually create a new one. So I would come here and I click on create a new folder, which is créer un nouveau dossier, and I would type in enable USB write and click OK, click OK. Now enable USB write is right here. So I've unzipped the file that was in there, so we should see the blue thing here, enable USB write, and you'd be able to watch your movie from there. Going back to this, it still has a good 12 minutes down, but we have Buck the World, which is open up, and I have this CD, so nothing is bad in showing all of this. So open up the containing folder. I want to listen to this entire CD. I would just select them all and do a lecture. So boom.
Yeah, man.
Et voila.
It's like I done been through so much, man. I done seen so much shit out here, man. All this material shit, man. This shit don't mean shit to me, man. You know?
Alright. Anyway, stay tuned, people. I have more to show you, and it's going to be a pleasure to work with all of you. If you ever have any questions, come and see me.
I like this. Everybody trying to kill me!
Alright, so I just wanted to come back really quickly and finish this. So the movie actually ended. If we have the American Gangster movie, which is this file, you'll see that it has the wrong icon. It doesn't have what we downloaded, which is Videolan. What I would recommend doing is right-clicking and open with, which is ouvrir avec. So open with, and then you have the two choices here, but you can actually choose the default program, and if you open this up, you can actually choose Videolan, and make sure that it's clicked here so it always opens Videolan when you open up movie files. So if we click on this, it actually opens up Videolan, and it should start. There it is. Now you have your movie. Let's say that well, part of my favorite part is probably this one.
Because he coked up all the motherfucking time.
There we go.
Yeah. Now, you know what? I got arrested for that shit. That shit too good to be on the straight. What are you doing, man? You driving me now. You driving me out. I tell you what. I'm arrested anyway. Oh, yeah. You from there, yeah. Who's that? Come on, get some fucking phone. What's the matter with you, man?
I said, what the hell?
What? That's what we doing, man. What's your fucking problem?
The end.
Get out! Get out! Come on, man. It's an accident. Like no goddamn accident. He don't feel shit because he coked up all the motherfucking time. He's your driver, get rid of him. Come on, man. That's your cousin. He ain't shit to me. He don't mean nothing to me. What's he gonna do? Go back home? I don't give a damn what he does. Send his ass home. Hey. Don't rub on that. You block that. You understand? That's alpaca. That's $25,000 alpaca. You block that shit. You don't rub him. Put the club soda on there. I'll fight you, silent ass motherfucker. Listen, from now on, don't nobody talk to me directly. You understand? You got business with me. You talk to Huey. Huey, you talk to me. You got it? All right. Damn it, never on the phone. You got it? I got it. All right. And take them goddamn sunglasses off.
The last part, never on the phone, people.
Simple silent ass motherfuckers.